Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Drew. I've got two VRs for you today. The first is for Theo over Clemente Collector, and the second is for Scott at Reindeer Studios. So Theo at Clemente Collector is celebrating 1,000 subscribers. Now, in his contest, what he wanted us to do is give John, 3D 80s Kid, a hard time. He wanted us to show cards that either John wants and doesn't have, or show cards that John has that we have better grades on. So John, let's take a look at a couple cards that I don't understand why you don't have better grades in, or at least have the card. So the first one here is on the right, Satchel Paige. That's his 1953 Topps card. It's a beautiful card, John. Again, I don't understand why you don't have that one. Satchel Paige was born in Alabama, and he's one of the most successful players that came from the Negro Leagues. Back in the day, he'd actually tour the United States playing town teams. Occasionally, he would have his infielders sit down behind him and then strike out the side. Paige was often truant from school and had a tendency to steal. At age 12, he was sentenced to 6 years in an Alabama reform school. It was there that he learned how to pitch. He was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 1971, and he died at the age of 75 in 1982. So, John, why don't you have this card? I don't get it. On the left, 1953 Topps, Minnie Manuso. Minnie Manuso was born in Cuba, and he was a two-time Negro League All-Star, nine-time All-Star in the Major Leagues, three-time Gold Glove winner, and he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2022. In 1980, at the age of 54, the White Sox called him up, and he had 2 pinch hits. That allowed him to play in 5 different decades. He died at the age of 91 in 2015. Let's go back to Theo for a second. I want to give him a hard time. Why are you letting John show you up? Look, if you're playing hoops and you drive the paint and he swats the ball away, do you drive the paint again? Or do you just walk away? Hey, you're the Clemente Collector. You're not the junior varsity Clemente Collector. Get out there and upgrade and give it back to John. All right, Theo, I just had to give you a hard time too. Congratulations on 1,000 subs. That's fantastic. Okay, so the second VR is for, again, Scott over Reindeer Studios. 1,500 subs in 5 years, Scott. That's quite an accomplishment. Nice job. I always enjoy his videos. Such an artistic fella. So he wanted us to show our favorite sports uniform. I grew up an A's fan and always enjoyed the vests, the green and gold with the vests. And I have to admit, I like the vest on the Cincinnati Reds and the Pittsburgh Pirates too of that time period. Here's Reggie Jackson. These are all from 1970, Catfish Hunter. And then coming in at a close second, again, was that green and gold. And there's Rollie Fingers on a 1975 card. I just always loved the colors when I was a kid. And I think that's one of the reasons why I became an A's fan. So, Scott, those are my favorite uniforms for baseball anyway. And I'm just going to set these off to the side. And here's my A's uniform, number 35, with Vita Blue. I ran into him a few years ago, and he signed this for me. He was such a nice gentleman. And here's an example of the green jersey that the A's wore in the early 70s. And this was a Rollie Fingers jersey. So there you go, Scott. My favorite baseball uniforms. The Oakland A's. I'm a homer. Again, congratulations, Theo. Congratulations, Scott. Keep up the great work and the great content. Then one last item. I had a mail day, and I cut it open, but I haven't looked in it. So let's do that real quick here. Let's see. Drew, I really enjoy your channel. Here's the maze to finish off your set. All right. Hopefully you can enjoy a few extras too. All right, Jason, the Basement Card Collector. Thanks, Jason. Let's see here. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see if I can get this tape off of here. Oh, yeah. This is awesome, Jason. Thank you very much. Oh, there's the... there's that. So there's the Willie Mays that I needed to complete that set. I had that as a kid, and I showed it in a previous video, and Jason watched it. I told him I didn't have card number 47 of 54. And Jason knows I'm a Nebraska guy, and Bob Cerv grew up not too far from me. So this is pretty cool. And two more items here. Pull the tape off of there. There we go. 1968 Eddie Watt. And 73. I didn't do a very good job of getting the tape off there. 1973 Eddie Watt. Well, this is awesome, Jason. Thank you so much for the Eddie Watt cards and Bob Cerv and the Upper Deck Willie Mays from back in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 92 it says. Well, if you guys get a chance, go check out Jason, the Basement Card Collector. Fantastic guy. And always puts out great content. And as always, keep growing your collection, card farmers. Until next time, thanks for checking in.